My father just passed away at the age of 90 recently, and he was a psychologist for over 50 years. And one of his favorite jokes goes like this. A guy walks into a bar, goes up to the bar, orders a shot of whiskey. Bartender takes the shot glass, puts it on the bar, pours the whiskey. The guy takes a shot glass, takes a look at it, splashes in the bartender's face. The bartender says, "You, get out of here. Don't come back." Next day, the guy comes in, and the bartender sees him and says, "I told you don't come back." He says, "Hold on a second. Let me in. I promise to behave." He says, "Okay, I'll give you a second chance. What do you want?" He says, "Shot of whiskey." Bartender takes the shot glass, puts it on the bar, pours the whiskey. The guy takes a shot glass, takes a look at it, splashes in the bartender's face. Bartender says, "That's it. You're banned for life. Never come back." A year later, the guy comes back, opens the door. Bartender instantly recognizes him and says, "You're banned for life. Don't come back." He says, "Hold on a second. It's been a year, right? A year since I was here." He says, "Yeah, it's been a year." He says, "Where do you think I've been for a year?" He says, "I don't know where you've been for a year." He says, "You know where I've been for a year? In intense therapy. I'm in intense therapy for a year. Will you let me in?" He says, "Okay, fine. Come on in. What do you want?" He says, "A shot of whiskey." Puts the shot glass on the bar, pours the whiskey. Guy takes the shot glass, looks at it, splashes in the bartender's face. Bartender says, "I thought you told me you've been in intense therapy for a year." The guy says, "I have been. And now when I do that, I don't feel bad about it anymore." So my father told me this joke many, many, many times, usually without an explanation. But the point that he was trying to make is that when our behaviors are not working, it's much easier to figure out how to explain it away, to rationalize it, and make it as if it's not the problem. But the real work is owning it and saying that the way that I've been behaving is not acceptable to myself and that I want to behave differently. And this is what my father devoted his life to, helping people to see better ways of behaving, better choices to make. And ultimately, that's what life's about, making better choices and not just reinforcing our old choices.